Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We're back outside Four Temps Manor because it's time to carry on with the main story quest, post Heaven's Ward. So we've done the final bits of the expansion by killing Archbishop Thordan, and now we're going to see what happens in the aftermath. Alphinaud. Fortuitous timing as always, Gaiko. Tartaru was about to brief me on the search for our missing comrades. If you would be so kind, then. Absolutely. You'll be pleased to hear that Riol and his men have been making excellent progress. You remember how Flamin helped me escape the Crystal Braves in Limsa only to then disappear. Well, according to Riol, she crept aboard a ship bound for Radzathan, where she's been hiding ever since. He assures me that it won't be long before we are reunited. As for Ida and Papalimo, the remains of their link pearls have been found, and in Pearl Lane of all places. Riol thinks they must have disposed of them after escaping the Royal Promenade. Yes, that would make sense. They could not risk being eavesdropped upon by our betrayers. We're all but certain they fled the city shortly after, though we still don't have a clue where they went. I see, and what of Thancred and Manfilia? I'm afraid I have nothing new to share about those two. But it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is we've enlisted the services of a Sharlayan scholar, one of the students of Baldesion, to aid in the search, who should be arriving any day now. One of the students, you say? I should very much like to meet this scholar, if time permits. Didn't the students of Baldesion have some sort of calamity with their home location? Didn't it disappear or something? I don't know. But first we must attend to a more pressing matter. Sir Emmerich has summoned the two of us for a private audience. The messenger did not specify that what he wished to discuss, only that it was urgent. Assuming you have no objections, Gaiko, I suggest we proceed to the congregation forthwith. And mayhap we can meet the scholar afterwards. Agreed? Agreed. Oh yes, I haven't mentioned, but I'll wait till these guys have finished speaking. In that case, I think I'll return to the Forgotten Night for now. Things are liable to fall apart if I'm gone too long, you know? Okay, cool. So, what are we wearing? What indeed? Still wearing the gloves and the boots of a Limsan officer. However, I noticed on the steps where the Aetherite pillar is, there's a person selling stuff for Allagan tomestones. And it's this. The Augmented Shire Philosopher's Coat. Well, Augmented Shire Philosopher's gear in general. So I have the grimoire, the hat, the coat, and the hose. I don't yet have the gloves or the shoes. And you'll also notice it's not glamoured either. This equipment is a hell of a lot better than what I was using. I've stuck some materia to it. But yeah, just to give you a general comparison. That. Oh, that wasn't what I was wearing before. I think I might have sold the old stuff, but that was similar. So 80 something was what I had intelligence wise. This is 95. So yeah, you can see you're not blind. It's better. Right, let's go to the congregation. Is that this place up here? Oh no, let's go back to Foundation. Okay then. Let's use the Intranet. Where's the nearest one there? Nearest one is the pub. Hope everybody's well. Plodding through the week. That's really all that can be said about it. To be honest, it's not been eventful. It's not been exciting. The bank holiday weekend was the high point so far, and that's been and gone. Unfortunately, it's back to the mundane, back to the accumulation of meager wealth and indulgence in what's come to be a safe and secure routine for me. I'm happy about that, at least.
わざわざ出向いてもらう形になってすまない。ご両人に内密に頼みたいことがあってね。
気になさることはありません。ですが、内密な話とはどういう？
ここ最近のイシュガルドは国家元首である教皇が不在なこともあり、不安定な情勢にある。現在は教皇崩御時の対応を記した政教法にのっとり、神殿騎士団総長である私が職務を代行しているものの、これも暫定的な措置に過ぎない。通常であれば直ちに次期教皇選定のために選挙権を持つ高位聖職者と名門貴族が集まるのだが、私が公表した一連の真実によって政教の権威が揺らぎ、選定会議開催どころではなくなっているのだ。
Yes, I could see why that would prove somewhat contrary to current events, recent events.
1000年にわたる偽りの歴史、そして教皇が企てた万神による高級平和の実現計画よ。
無論悩みはしたさ。だがすでに噂も立ち始めていたし、何より多くの市民が竜の背に
Yeah, sorry, sort of blew your cover there, mate.
教皇不在の理由を説明しなければならない以上、下手に隠して誤った情報が流布したり、誰かに真実が利用されることがあってはならない。ある程度のリスクを覚悟してでも包み隠さず公表すべきと思ったまでだ。だが真実は多くの者を動揺させ、想像以上の混乱を招いた。それに教皇、父の計画を止めるためとはいえ、乱暴にことを運んだことによる内部の反発もある。
Of course they do, and I imagine there's as many people who think they could have done better, given the situation.
いつ暴動が起きてもおかしくない状況か。
事実、聖職者に対する嫌がらせなどきな臭い事件が散発的に起こっている。ヒルダたち雲霧街出身者が自警団を結成し、見回りを強化してくれているおかげで今のところ大事には至っていないが、それもいつまで持つか。
コートが不安定ながらも平穏であるうちに粒子戦争の完全なる終結を実現したい。そのために再び君たちの力を借りたいのだ。
私としてもできることがあるのであれば惜しまず協力したいと考えていますが、
Yes.
一体何を？
I'm actually confused as to what you want us to do about this.
私と共に高知ドラバニアへと赴いてもらいたい。かの地に住まうという清流の眷属たちを紹介してほしいのだ。
Okay. I think we can manage that.
清流の眷属？ビゾーブギルミ？
彼らをコートに招き、人と竜との交流の再開を宣言したい。ルキアにはそのための特使となってもらう。彼女が交渉できるよう仲介を頼みたい。竜との接点を持っていた氷の巫女イゼルなき今、それができるのは君たちだけなのだ。
Yeah.
ありがとう。君たちの献身的な協力に感謝する。
No problem.
それではルキア、
Your Eminence?
あとは任せたぞ。
I wonder what the proper title for him is now then. Or if he's just disbanding the rule of the clergy altogether.
英雄の凱旋から間もなく公表された真実によって民は混乱の渦中にあった。千年の長きにわたり語り継がれてきた歴史と信仰、それが欺瞞に満ちたものであったと明らかになったためである。信じるべき心の拠り所を失った人々は、ある者は恐れ、ある者は嘆き、ある者は怒り狂った。それでもこのコートには正しき道を歩もうと戦いの輪廻から脱し、融和を実現しようとする者たちがいた。人と竜との新たな時代、蒼天の未来を信じて。
It's a future we can make possible.
だがコートの外には未だ大いなる脅威が存在していた。
Hang on, that's not Anyx Trine, is it?
青の竜騎士の肉体を奪った邪竜の影が虎視眈々と復讐の機会を狙っていたのだ。和を望む者あれば戦を望む者もあり、それは人も竜も変わらぬことだと我々は後に知ることになる。
He's going to cause us some problems. Right, Lucia, what are we doing? I know little of the lands these dragons call home, this Anyx Trine. Had you not agreed to escort me, the coming journey would seem a far more daunting prospect. Has your armour changed as well? It looks a bit more Ishgardian for some reason. I confess I myself once shuddered at the thought of it. Yet even the longest journey begins with the first step, does it not? Ah, but ere we set forth, Gaiko and I must needs inform our comrade of our plans. Very well, I shall see to my preparations. And let us go and bid farewell to Tartaru, Gaiko. Okay. To the pub. Hello. Oh, I've got this thing as well. My accompaniment node, which I got from Wedge in what's that place called? Anyway, so what was your secret meeting all about? I'm all ears. A diplomatic mission to Anyx Trine, you say? Well, I suppose that does take precedence. But should your meeting with Vidofnir happen to end early, you might consider rendezvousing with Ishgard in Idyllshire. She'll be there to receive our guest. Don't get me wrong, your meeting with the dragons is terribly important and everything, but this scholar just happens to be... time permitting, as I said. We shall endeavour to join Ishgard, but if we cannot, pray pass on our regards. Let's be off, Gaiko. We've kept the First Commander waiting long enough. First Commander, then. That's the title. Yeah, what is that place called? Helix, Azislar. Yeah. So it's a floaty, glowing ball. You are ready then. Good, so am I. What do we want? We can have a hot chocolate, a creme brulee, an almond cream croissant. That sounds delicious. Or urchin loaf. Sea urchin corals mixed with mushrooms and herbs. That sounds disgusting. That sounds really nice. I think it's going to be creme brulee. Alphinaud is ready to escort Lucia to Anyx Trine. The path is long but known to us. From Falcon's Nest, yes, I know where I'm going. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go. So there are some side missions that have popped up since we finished the main quest. I've been doing a bunch of them. Leveled up to 70... Is it 78? Yeah, 78. I can't see that very well. And what else have I done? You've seen the Midgard Soma mount. Aside from that, not a great deal has happened. Aside from the wardrobe change. Right, to Tail Feather, Falcon's Nest, sorry. Got some time booked off next month early to go and look after my brother's cat. Just be a nice little vacation for me and spend time with a rather wonderful cat as well. I'm very fond of that cat. The chance to look after it for a week is an honour indeed. And also to have some time off work is very welcome. Tail feather. Yeah. Fly, my pretty. I've not been using my black chocobo. So many other mounts that I've been picking up along the way that just kind of not bothered. And also, I can't change the barding for it, so it's kind of stuck looking like that, which is fine. It's a fine looking bird, but Baxterionomon looks 100 times better than that at the moment, and the other mounts that I have are far superior. Oh, I had steak for tea tonight as well. That was so good. While I was visiting my ma, when we came back on Bank Holiday Monday, just as we were leaving, she gave both myself and my brother a pack of steak each from the local butcher. And I thought it was one big steak, one big rump steak, and it turned out to be two. So I had that, some mustard mash, and some mushrooms, and a fried egg. And oh my god. So good. So very good. Steak cooked rare, of course. Of course. A minute and a half on each side. And consequences be damned. But the good thing about cooking steak is that the bacteria that would be present in something like chicken or pork doesn't go all the way through the meat. So normally what happens is if you cook the outer layer of the meat, that's sufficient. You don't have to nuke it. And obviously I don't like my steak too badly burnt. I used to work in a kitchen in a little pub in the Lake District, and our head chef always used to complain whenever somebody ordered a steak well done. His response would always be, "Why don't you just have a fucking burger?" And I agree. I absolutely agree. I always imagined that the first time I set foot upon Travanian soil would be at the head of an army, and here I am, ready to treat with the brothers and sisters of mine enemies. They're not your enemies anymore, don't forget that. Full well do I know how difficult it can be to set aside the past. Though it was I who first proposed recruiting a sail to our cause, I questioned the wisdom of my words almost as soon as I had uttered them, and for a long time after that. And now she's dead. Here was a woman with the blood of innocence on her hands, men, women, children, all slain in the name of the implacable Lady Iceheart. Yet she acknowledged her misdeeds and agreed to join us in common cause. At our side she fought in service to that greater good, even unto her dying breath. And while that does not absolve her of her sins, I hope that one day she will be remembered not merely as a heretic, but as a misguided soul who dreamt of peace. Oh, beautiful. You ask much, Master Alphinaud, yet who can say what might come to pass should our negotiations bear fruit? Yes, of course. We must press on to Anyx Trine, if you will follow me. We will show up on the back dragon. That should go down well. What are these missions? Oh, that's going to be the introduction mission to another extreme or hard. So we've got some of those to do as well. We'll go and take care of that first, and then we'll do breaking the cycle. So this is fighting the insect king again. Click, click. Our hunter friend, welcome. You come hunting gods once more. The non-mind is glad of your thirst for divine blood. Even more rapacious do the one-mind grow, as they seek offerings to glut our deity's insatiable appetite. Good-o. Another path to our god's domain? Yes, there is but one way. You must seek out the Gain Hive on the far side of the colony, and attune your spirit to the aetheryte ensconced within. But the deed is not possible. We hear that the crystal is warded by ancient ritual magics. The One Mind have woven the seal such that only the most worthy of warriors shall be granted leave to enter. Thok asked Thok. And they do not share with the non-mind what they consider worthy. Okay. Let's go and find out what they consider to be worthy then. I like the way he lounges on the... Oh, bloody hell. Straight through the rock. Look at that. He's slightly off the chair, though. I never noticed that before. Sort of... slid down it. Yeah, let's just tie off this quest here so that we've got it available for doing when we need to do it. And then we can go and speak to the dragons. Isn't this the way that we came in last time? I'm pretty sure this is exactly what we did the last time we fought this thing. Ooh. Do we not attune? Or do we have to be unmounted? No, that's just a specific part we have to click on. After a pause, you smash the gemstone against the aetheryte. Nothing much happens. Out of habit, you attune with the aetheryte, and once more, nothing much happens. Okay, we have the extreme version of Thok Ast Thok. Good. My quest list is now full of alternate versions of primal fights. Bismarck, Ravana, Hullbreaker Isle, which ones? That's not going to be Leviathan, is it? It might be. And then Ferrous Sirius, which is Siren, and also my favourite dungeon in terms of music so far. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Oh. Hello. I'm a dragon as well. Alright, let's go in. Pretty sure there is a way we can get in on the top floor. Maybe not. Ah, we don't actually need to be on the top floor either. We need to be down there. There you are. Thou art ever welcome here, friend of Isael. But this one I do not know. She's with me. Pray forgive us these. Pray forgive us this unannounced visit, Vidofnir. May I present to you Lucia, first commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, and our trusted friend. Oh no, the first commander's Lucia. I thought when they said first commander they were referring to Aymeric. It is an honour to meet you, Vidofnir. I am come as an envoy of Sir Aymeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and acting leader of the Holy See. Indeed, you may speak, knight. For 1,000 years, man and dragon have been locked in an endless cycle of bloodshed and sorrow. To our shame, we long believed your kin to be the architects of this war, but now we know the truth, that King Thordan and his Knights 12 did willfully betray and murder the Great Worm Ratatoskr, shattering the peace between our peoples. For 1,000 years our leaders conspired to conceal this truth, a truth which was at last laid bare by the Warrior of Light, the Azure Dragoon, and Isael. Alas, a deception so intricately wrought cannot be undone in a moment, and our people labour to accept the truth. After an eternity of war, who would dare to dream that peace could at last be within our grasp? Yet dream we must, as Isael once did. We must make that dream a reality as she could not. We humbly beseech you, Vidofnir, join hands with us in friendship once more, before the eyes of my people in Ishgard. A most unexpected invitation, also a thoroughly bad idea. As welcome as we are here, I've heard your request, knight. However, I cannot yet give you mine answer. May I ask why? This matter concerneth my sire. He must needs be consulted. Moreover, the Gnath grow bold, even as they did before, and I would not leave my people at the mercy of the swarm. Then we will wait. After 1,000 years at war, we shall not give up on peace for want of patience. Ha, fear not, knight. Thou shalt have mine answer within thy lifetime. So soon. My humble thanks. I shall bear your words to my lord forthwith. Until we meet again. That went well. Never did I think to see a knight of Ishgard come onto Anyx Trine bearing words instead of steel. Would that the Ganath could show the same restraint. Too many children have fallen to their spears and muskets. So I'm assuming that our next port of call is going to be speak to the Ganath. Tell them to just pack it the fuck in. Given the circumstances, I would say that went rather well. To be frank, I'm surprised our proposal was not rejected outright. Whether aught will come of it remains to be seen, however. Yes. Mayhap I should take this opportunity to speak with some of the other dragons. But you do not need to wait for me. Oh, but you need to wait. You need not wait for me. Come on, read. English. It's your mother tongue. The return journey holds no fears for me now. Well, if you have no further need of our services, we shall continue on to Charlian. I hope to welcome a scholar who has agreed to aid us in the search for our missing comrades. Then I pray your journey is as swift and as uneventful as ours was. And thank you again for sparing the time to assist us, even when such grave matters remain unresolved. I can think of no graver matter than a 1,000-year war, one which our friends gave their very lives to see ended. I'm just adding words now. Suffice it to say, I would willingly make 1,000 such journeys to ensure that their sacrifice was not in vain. Of that I have no doubt, Master Alphinaud. I only hope fates will not hold you to your word. Okay. I thought it was going to keep us here dealing with the Ganath for some reason. Oh, also we met another character. There was a mission for some sky pirates in Ishgard. Not in Ishgard, well, in Cloudtop. And in fact, I'll leave that as a little surprise. Anyone who knows, but anyone who doesn't, it's a character from Final Fantasy VII. Or at least that's my first introduction to that name. So I won't say who. Maybe I'll include it in a later video. Anyway, so it would seem we have time to greet this scholar after all. How delightful. I shall be interested to hear how she means to go about finding Minophilia and Thancred. I could only assume she is privy to some new investigative technique. I can't do words today for some reason. In any event, our first order of business is to rendezvous with Idyllshire in Idyllshire. It is. And I'll be buggered if I'm walking. Idyllshire. Wonder who this scholar is then. There's a little picture on the quest as I accepted it. She looks like a Lalafell. But we shall soon find out. What's this? Striking opportunity, disarmed. I'll do those another time. Ah, Gaiko, 'tis good to see you. I confess I had assumed your business in Anyx Trine would detain you longer. Did your meeting with Vidofnir go well? As well as can be expected. She must discuss Sir Aymric's proposal with Hraesvelga, of course, but she seemed amenable to the suggestion. What of our Charlian guest? Has she arrived yet? She has, but when I explained that you would be joining us, she asked if she might use the intervening time to explore. I agreed to meet her outside on Front Bridge. We should be on our way. Okay. Let's do that. So these are probably, I don't know what they are. I guess they'd be either additional character class missions or, I don't know. Exciting. Bloody hell. Yeah, she is Lalafell. Nice outfit.
ごめんなさい。お待たせしてしまったみたいね。
大丈夫よ。私たちも先ほど合流したところだから。こ
Is
ちらが
everything
オ
alright,
ペオの
Alphinaud?
シャーレアン本国からやってきた頼もしい助っ人クルル城よ。
ご紹介に預かりました。クルルです。はじめまして。あなたが光の戦士さんね。うん。確かに強い力を持っているみたい。
Yeah, thanks.
それから、お久しぶりね、アルフィノくん。ちょっと見ない間に背が伸びたんじゃない？
Okay, you two obviously know each other.
彼女はシャーレアン魔法大学時代の先輩でね、在学中に世話になったんだ。
Okay.
確かにいっぱいお世話してあげたよね。若干11歳にして難関の魔法大学への入学を許された天才少年アルフィノ・ルベユール君。この子ったら初対面の先輩たちになんて自己紹介したと思う？
Uh-oh. This is gonna be pompous and full of himself, but...
やめてくれ!
Wow, I've never seen that facial expression on him before. I want to hear what he said.
そんな頼み方でいいのかな？
思い出話はここまでにして本題に入りませんか？お願いしますよ、クルルさん。
Indeed.
エオルゼアに来てから少しは処世術ってものを勉強したみたいね。それじゃあ今後お姉さんには敬意を持って接するように。さて、アルフィノ君で遊ぶのはこれくらいにしないと。私が来たのはミンフィリアたち暁の皆さんを捜索するためなんだから。
Yes, that does seem like the most important thing to do at the moment.
その口ぶりからすると何か手がかりを持っているの？
手がかりというよりも手法かしら。大体の事情はタタルさんから聞いているんだけど、私の力で探し出せそうな人がいるのよ。エンシェントテレポで脱出したまま行方がわからないサンクレットさん。彼の痕跡ならたどることができると思うわ。
それは本当ですか？
Patience.
ええ、魔導野郎が持つ水晶の目を借りることができればだけど。
Ah, we're going back to see the old lady.
どうやら詳しい話は魔導屋を交えて聞いた方が良さそうね。みんなで。
Everybody nod. Well, at least you'll get to see thingy. I've forgotten her name. Stola. No. Yeah, Ishtola. At least you'll get to see her again. It's been a long time since they saw each other before the first time they were reunited, and it'll be nice if it wasn't so long again. You get what I'm getting at. What is wrong with me this evening? My ability to just use the English language is terrible. I do apologise. I don't feel tired, so I don't think that's it. I think my brain is elsewhere. Although where, I'm not exactly sure. Interesting phenomenon. It is for me anyway. It's probably not very interesting for anybody watching this. You did say we were headed for a cave, did you not? Because I certainly don't see a cave nearby. Is Master Matoya meeting us on the way or something? No, you've never been here before. But trust me, it's a cave. What have we got? Max potion. Ooh. Max ether. I've heard many stories of Master Matoya, some quite flattering, others less so. Rest assured, they're all true. This way, and have a care where you tread. Yes. Come along. Yes, into the cave. Into the old lady's cave. Back. I brought more friends.
ぞろぞろとよくもまあ。また厄介事を持ってきたのかい。
若者の相談に乗るのが老人の生きがいというものでしょう。余生の楽しみを持ってきてあげたと言ってほしいわね。
口も減らなきゃ可愛げもないときたもんだ。やれやれ。嫌でも聞かせるつもりならさっさと要件を追いよ。
お初にお目にかかります、マトーヤ様。シャーレン本国のバルデシオン委員会からやってまいりましたクルルと申します。
バルデシオン、確かあのジジイの研究室があった島は。
That was it, the Isle of Val. Didn't it vanish?
はい。バル島は消滅してしまいました。アルテマ級の魔法攻撃によって文字通り跡形もなく、私が生き残ったのは光の加護のおかげです。
光の加護だって、まさかクルルさんも。
Oh, I thought she was talking metaphorically then, but
ええ、私も超える力を持っているわ。バルデシオン委員会はこの星のありようを研究していたの。その一環として星の意志とそれに接触しうる超える力について調べていた。私はその被験者の一人というわけ。ミンフィリアと知り合い友人になることができたのも同じ能力の持ち主だったからよ。
そんな背景があったとは知らなかったよ。
ごめんなさいね。隠すつもりはなかったけれど、一応機密だったから。
それでこの年寄りに何をさせようって言うんだい。
私は委員会の仲間を失いました。だからこそミンフィリアや暁の賢人だけは何としても助けたいのです。 マトウヤ様、あなたが持つ水晶の目を、いえ、古の光のクリスタルをお借りできないでしょうか。
存在だけではなく正体までお見通しとはね。少しお待ち。
Yes. Stay here, talk to the brooms. Don't mind the toads.
マトウヤが占いに使うクリスタル、通称水晶の目。確かにその輝きには不思議な力があると思っていたけど、これが光のクリスタルですって。
Yeah, it wouldn't have been my first guess either.
超える力を持つ光の戦士のような存在は、過去霊祭の旅に現れ大きな働きを成してきた。そしてハイデリンはそれぞれの時代の英雄たちにその力の一部を光のクリスタルという形で分け与えていたの。これはそんな古の英雄が残した遺物。ハイデリンの力が弱まる前に分かたれた力であるがゆえに、現代の光のクリスタルよりはるかに強い力を秘めている。
これほどの純度のクリスタルは世界広しといえどそう多くはないだろうね。魔法の結節点としての価値は計り知れないくらいさ。
It's what you call it? A Palantir, the Seeing Stone. It's a thing from Lord of the Rings.
私
Chuck a
に
towel
は
over it quickly.
言葉の壁を越える力が強く発言しました。動物と会話できるなんて言われるほどに、これは言い換えれば意志を感じ取る力が強いということ。つまりこの力を水晶の目を通して発現させれば、地脈を漂う意志の痕跡、サンクレットさんが向かった先がわかるかもしれません。
未だにそやつの行方が見つかっていない以上、断る理由はないようだね。この場から持ち出さないのであれば自由にお使い。
ありがとうございます、マトウヤ様。
Jolly good. Let's find us a scion.
それでは早速。国への森を抜けた意志の痕跡は北西に向かい巨大な輝きの麓で消えました。そこにあるのは霊峰ソームアル。サンクレットさんは運よく地上に出たようです。
高知ドラバニアか。よし、テイルフェザーに向かい捜索を開始しよう。彼の目撃情報がないか聞き込みをするんだ。
Alright then. No, thank you. It's a bit rude. Yeah, weirdly enough, they mentioned about teleporting inside of a rock. I always used to wonder about, like, you know, you read science fiction and fantasy stories where people can like teleport the bodies to different places. You must have to be so precise in putting yourself where you actually want to be. If your thought sort of drifts, or if you don't concentrate hard enough and you end up teleporting yourself inside of a solid object. But not just, I mean, obviously you die, but not just that, what would happen to the solid object? So say, for example, like a brick wall. If you've got a brick wall and then all of a sudden something materializes inside of the brick wall, would it smash it open, or would it just crush the object that because the same matter can't occupy the same space, so there would obviously be a force exerted upon. Anyway, that's probably too deep of a consideration for what is essentially impossible. Right, where are we going? We're going to... I haven't explored all of this area. I didn't even realise. I thought I'd explored all of this. I guess I didn't bother when I got the flying ability. Just kind of moved on. So we're going to Tailfeather, aren't we? Tipped ewer. They said that was a primal, didn't they? What have you got to say about this thing? Giant of Metal is holding fast to land, and Slowfix is telling Red Bricks to keep eyes on Big Hand. Okay. So they're keeping a watch over what's going on here. I do want to do this because I want the experience points, and I want to know what's... I think that might be our way back. Oh no, Travanian Forelands that way. Is that... No, is that... Yeah. Is that explorable? Or is that the edge of the map? I don't think I can go any further than that. Yes. That is as high as I can go. Okay. Fine. We'll go back. Yeah, so teleporting. Risky business if you don't have a focusing pad or some kind of device to stop you from doing stuff like teleporting inside of a brick wall. Just thought I'd share that musing with everyone. Oh, yes! How could I forget? I am now a Storm Captain. Finished another... what's it called? Flag mission. And got promoted. So I am now El Capitan. This must be the last bit. Hey, there we go. Right. We have mapped the realm. 238,000 experience points. Plus the odd 23 here and there for doing that. We need to be going that way. Exploration XP is some of the easiest XP to hoover up. Especially when you're in new areas. So it looks as though all of this stuff here that we've done, Aether currents in subsequent areas must be linked to different expansions. That's my guess anyway. What's that one? We're not going to do any of these just yet. We will stick to the main quest. I will do the bits and pieces in between when I'm not recording. Got anything else interesting in our inventory? I'm leveling up my jobs a little bit. This is quite a cool looking hat. It's a bit plumy, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Right, down we go. Yes. Were I to find myself in an unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization. Ordinarily, perhaps, but in his wounded state, he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of unknown allegiance. Even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, the hunters would surely have stumbled across his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though. Merchants and traders pass through reasonably regularly, do they not? In which case, we'll need to provide a more detailed description when we question the locals. Yes, he's got a tattoo on the side of his face, and oh yeah, he was an Ascian once. Fear not, Krill. I have already prepared several sketches of Thancred for that very purpose. One of them has a massive dick on his head. This is impressive. You drew him from memory? A skill I acquired some years ago for reasons I no longer remember. I propose we split into two pairs. Ishgard and I will inquire at the outlying encampments, while Gaiko and Krill question the residents of Tailfeather. Afterwards, we shall regroup near Loth Astvath and share our findings. Assuming there are no objections, let us be about it. Right, off you go. Come on, Krill, let's do this. My, he certainly has matured, hasn't he? Hard to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for hours to impress young ladies. Ha! Ha ha. Oop, did I miss a talky thing there? Anyway, we'd best get started. Find me when you've finished making your rounds. Okay, I thought we were working together, but never mind. Have you seen this man? Searching for a friend of yours. Let's have a look then. Surprisingly accurate depiction of the missing Thancred, suggesting that Alphinaud may have mistaken his life's calling. No, I ain't seen him around, sorry. You're lying. Press X to doubt. You. Have you seen this man? Can't say another face. You say he's something of a warrior. More like a rogue, actually. I heard a tale the other day about a Huron vagabond who brought down a Bandersnatch by himself and with style. Where they tell it, he was dancing with the beast like it was the bell of the bleeding ball. Sound like you, man? It does sound shockingly like Thancred. Grimold. A Huron man? We're not exactly rare, you know. Could you be more specific? I can show you a picture. I did spy this one bloke a while back. Didn't get a good look at his face, but it could have been him. This was beyond the forest, as I recall, along the river to the west of Tailfeather. I remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter, The lad was making no effort to cover his tracks. See? That, and he was carrying an axe instead of a bow. That doesn't sound like Thancred. Oh, sorry. Need to go back and speak to our compatriot. What did you find out? Probably nothing. Finished? In that case, I think we've learned everything we can here. Let's see what the others have found out. Yes. We shall be on our way. They're not here. My apologies for our late arrival. We thought it wise to question as many hunters as we could. I agree, that was a good strategy. What did you learn? Many have made camp in inaccessible locations, ideal for hunting game, not so receiving visitors. Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There have been countless sightings of an exceptionally capable Huron hunter with whom no one is familiar. Though none chanced to see the man's face, his height and build match Thancred's description, as does his fighting prowess. So ye have heard the same tales. Be that as it may, we yet want for conclusive proof. Mayhap this is unrelated, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Vath trader. He came to Tailfeather in search of garments fit for a man of refinement, which seemed a rather curious description for one of his kind. You are implying that Thancred sent a Vath to market in his stead? Why would he not go himself? Well, if you recall, you yourself emerged from the live stream as naked as your name day. It's a scene I shall never forget. Might want to be a bit more tactful about that, Alphinaud. Is it now? Well, I was pleased to see you. I mean, it was a simple statement of fact. Oh dear. Stands to reason that Thancred found himself in the same predicament. In any case, if he had dealings with Vath, they should be able to tell us, no? Quite right, Krill. Quite right. Yes, we'll take the max. Oh, get both. I thought it was a choice between one or t'other. This is where we're like, Alphinaud, best not to tell the lady we're travelling with that seeing her naked was a sight you'll never forget. That sounds a bit creepy. Well, what are we waiting for? For all we know, Thancred could be waiting for us in Loth Astvath. We must go and see the Vath right away. Come along, everyone. Come along. I mean, I'll give you Alphinaud. She is pretty, but there are easier ways to compliment a woman. That image that came up for the quest indicator thingamajig showed Ravana again. I'm sure of it. Click, click. Great hunters, we welcome you once more to Loth Astvath. What do you seek this day? We seek a man with whom we are told you may have had certain dealings. How curious. The hunters tire of godly sport and pursue mortal prey? No, he's not prey, but a friend long missing. Click, click. Good, good. He's a friend to the Vath as well, one with whom we have traded many times. Truly, and you're quite certain it was this man? There is no doubt. Click, click. The fleshling clothed in skins came to us from Somal, lost and weak. He offered meat and hides in trade, and in exchange we tended his wounds. He brought us much flesh, so skilled a hunter he was. Much flesh. When he asked for garments, we were glad to provide them. And where is he now? Click, click. Gone to Lothast Gnath. Not long ago. When he heard the One-Mind had summoned our god once more. Oh yes, okay. Ravana. Ravana is returned? Yes. Vidofnir did say the Gnath had grown us before. But what could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honoured Elder, we thank you for your help. Would that we could repay this kindness ere we depart, but we must hasten to our comrade's side. Go, great hunters, lest the Gnath claim him as a sacrifice. Click, click. Okay, Thancred. You have obviously got yourself into trouble. Or maybe you haven't. Defeating any foes who stand in your way. I mean, that's really not going to be necessary. I think it's cute the game still assumes that we're below level 60. Mind you though, I think even slightly above level 60 we'd probably still get attacked. Oh, it's actually a forced fight. Let's do this. I love doing this as well, so when we use this thing, we can like float for a little bit and it looks really cool. I think it does anyway. You can die even though you don't have to. I'm just feeling vicious. Oh my.
塚の内部で戦闘だと。まさかサンクレットが急ごう。
Yep. Let's go and see what the hell he's doing. Oh. That's... I recognise that character. Was that the warrior that the Ascians summoned or was talking to or whatever? It does bear a striking resemblance to the guy that's on all the intro movies as well. Yeah, he's the Warrior of Dark. Or whatever thing he referred to him as. He's the balance.
貴様たちアシエンを倒し、歪められてきた歴史を俺たちの手に取り戻す。英雄気取りめ、愚かなことを。それで世界が救えると本気で信じているのか。やってやるさ。俺たち必ず救ってみせる。
Interesting.
なるほど。お前がこの世界の英雄ってわけか。
Yes, nice to meet you. Who the hell are you?
それにしちゃ万神への対応が遅すぎやしないか。獲物は先にいただいちまったぜ。
Don't get cocky, kid.
感じたことのないエーテルね。テンパードにされているような感じはしないけれど。
武神ラーバナと戦っていたようだが、君たちは何者だ。
試してみるか。
Well, this is all proving a bit hostile. About bloody time, Thancred. He's got a little chin beard as well. Chin beard? He looks like the character out of Nier Automata at the moment.
Huh. ちょっとした挨拶のつもりだったが邪魔が入ったか。
Nice knife.
光の戦士よ、覚えておくがいい。我々は
Yes.
闇の戦士。お前とは異なる道を歩むものだ。いずれまた会うことになるだろう。
闇の戦士、何者なの。
Don't think they were joking. You, where have you been?
サンクレッド、無事で。
話したいことはいろいろあるが、ひとまずこの場を離れよう。グナス族の兵たちが戻ってくる前にな。
Agreed. Okay, we will leave that episode there for now. Reunited with our friend Thancred. That's one scion found. A few more to go. Yeah, we'll pick that up next time and continue the hunt for our missing friends. For now, from all of us, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.